Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into a real legend from the mid-'80s RC scene.
That's right, the Tamiya Fox. And of course, its modern counterpart, the Novafox.
Exactly. Many of you might remember these from, backyard bashing days. Or maybe you're racing them now.
And there's always that itch, isn't there, to make them, well, better, faster, more reliable.
Absolutely. So let's unlock what these amazing buggies can really do.
Okay, so our mission, if you will, is to give you this solid, evidence-based info on those critical drivetrain upgrades. We're talking CVDs, constant velocity drive shafts.
Yes, the big one.
Definitely. And then we'll lay out a path, a guide really, to tune your Fox, old or new, into something properly capable and honestly just thrilling to drive today.
Okay, let's start with maybe the elephant in the room for the vintage models. That hex drive system. The 85 Fox, the Frog, too. People called it the original sin, right? What was the actual problem?
Oh, it was notorious, and for good reason. That hex system, well, it would bind up badly when the suspension moved.
Like when landing a jump or cornering hard?
Exactly. You'd get massive stress on the whole drivetrain, power just vanished, and the differential. It basically couldn't do its job properly. A huge weak spot.
But there's good news.
There's great news. Yes, you absolutely can upgrade both the vintage Fox and the newer Novafox to a much better CVD or universal shaft setup. It's totally doable.
Okay, walk us through it. Let's start with the Novafox, the re-release.
Right, the Novafox is much more straightforward. It already uses modern dogbone shafts. That's part #188/4755. And the matching gearbox joints, #988/4754.
So it's already halfway there, basically.
Pretty much. For the ultimate upgrade, though, we really recommend the RC Channel Steel Universal Shaft Set. That's part MS58577. It's just top-notch quality.
Okay, RC channel MS58577. Got it. Now, what about the original, the 85 Fox with that hex drive?
Okay, the vintage one needs a bit more work. It's basically a two-stage process.
Right.
First, you have to ditch the old hex drive parts. You swap them out for the newer Novafox gearbox joints and the Tamiya part, #188/4754 again. And you need the compatible wheel axles, too.
So you're essentially converting the vintage rear end to accept the modern parts.
Precisely. Once you've done that conversion, then your vintage Fox is ready to accept a proper Fox-specific CVD kit. And again, that RC channel set, MS58577, is the one to go for.
Perfect. Now, a really common question comes up here. Can you swap parts between the Fox and, say, the Tamiya Frog? They seem kind of similar from that era.
Good question. And the answer is a definite no.
Really? Why not?
Their whole rear suspension design is fundamentally different. The Fox has that more complex double wishbone setup, much more sophisticated.
Better handle it.
Exactly. The Frog uses a much simpler trailing arm system. They just function differently. So parts are absolutely not interchangeable between them. Different beasts entirely.
Okay, clear distinction. So drivetrain sorted, or at least the path is clear. What's the next single biggest bang-for-your-buck upgrade for a Fox? I have my thoughts.
Let me guess. Bearings.
You got it. Full ball bearings. It seems basic, but the difference is huge, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely massive. You're replacing those standard high-friction plastic or metal bushings. Bearings mean less drag, which means
more speed, longer run times.
Exactly, and less wear on everything, smoother acceleration, more punch. Even the Novafox, while it includes some bearings, really benefits from a full chassis set. Something like the Racing Kit, YBS 00050 is a great option.
Makes sense. Okay, bearings done. What about the electronics, that old mechanical speed controller?
Oh yeah, that has to go. You need a modern brushed ESC. The Hobbywing Quick-Run 1060 is like the standard recommendation. It's cheap, reliable,
and gives you smooth control, reverse.
And crucially, LiPo compatibility with a low voltage cutoff. That's key for using modern batteries safely.
Right. And while we're modernizing,
radio system.
Yeah.
Get a 2.4 gigahertz system. No more interference worries, much better range. And a good steering servo metal gears are a must for durability. Plus, you get faster, more precise steering.
Okay, you mentioned LiPo batteries. That seems like a big step up in power from the old NIDES or NIMH.
Huge difference. Modern NIMH packs are good, but 2S, 7.4 volt LiPo, that really wakes the Fox up.
But there's a catch, right, with that much power?
Definitely a catch. If you're moving to LiPo power, you absolutely need that full ball bearing set we talked about, and you really must upgrade the drive shafts either to the dog bones at a minimum, or ideally, that full steel universal set.
The stock drivetrain just won't handle the LiPo punch reliably.
Not for long, no. You're asking for trouble without those reinforcements. The power demands a stronger core.
Okay, drivetrain beefed up, power sorted. How do we fine-tune the handling, the shocks?
Yeah, the stock plastic CVA shocks, they work. But upgrading to Aluminum-bodied, oil-filled shocks with threaded collars. That's the next level.
More durable, obviously, but the tuning aspect is key, right?
Absolutely. You can precisely adjust preload and damping, fine-tune it for jumps, for track conditions. It gives you so much more control and consistency, much smoother ride.
Makes sense. What about chassis stiffness? These old buggies can flex a bit.
They can. For the vintage Fox, there was a classic hop-up, the Team CRP front A-arm stabilizer, part #1614. It helps brace the front end.
Reduces flex, sharpens steering.
Exactly. The Novafox actually comes with a standard anti-roll bar, part #1530511, which does a similar job, both good upgrades for improving responsiveness.
Okay, handling getting dialed in. What about grip? Tires are everything.
Oh, massively important. Ditch the stock tires and wheels if you want serious grip. Look at aftermarket 2.2-inch wheels. Brands like Extra Speed, GC Racing products make good options.
And tires. Modern compounds and patterns.
Yeah, modern pin-style or bar-style tires from Proline, Schumacher, those kinds of brands.
Yeah.
It's honestly transformative. The amount of grip you gain, it's just night and day. It feels like a total liter car.
Wow. Okay, nearly there. Let's talk motors and maybe some final durability touches.
Sure. For the motor, if you want to keep that vintage vibe but with more kick, a hot brush motor, maybe a Tamiya super stock, like a 17-turn or 19-turn, works great.
Gives it a nice speed boost without being crazy.
Right. But if you want ultimate speed, a mild, censored, brushless system is the way. Think 17.5 turn or maybe a 13.5 turn.
Censored for smoothness.
Yeah, much smoother power delivery.
Yeah.
But big but more power means you need to be kind to the gearbox. Mechanical sympathy is key, especially with brushless.
Don't just hammer the throttle constantly. And final strengthening.
Definitely upgrade to aluminum clamping style wheel hexes. The stock plastic ones can strip out, especially with more power and stickier tires.
Good tip.
And if you're really into the vintage look and feel, hunting down rare period hop-ups like, say, Parma aluminum Nerf guards, that adds strength in that cool retro aesthetic.
Nice touch for the enthusiasts. Okay, let's wrap this up.
So to sum it all up, the Tamiya Fox, in both its forms, is just a landmark RC design. And upgrading it, enhancing its performance, it's a really rewarding process when you know what path to take.
And the key takeaway seems to be, stick to Fox-specific upgrades, especially for that crucial drivetrain. Don't try mixing and matching with frog parts or assuming things will fit.
Absolutely. Use the right parts for the job.
Right. And maybe the final thought here is, with this kind of methodical approach, your Tamiya Fox or Novafox becomes so much more than just a cool model sitting on a shelf.
Definitely. It's not just nostalgia.
No, you can transform it into a genuinely dynamic, capable, and deeply satisfying buggy.
Yeah.
To drive something that really honors its racing heritage, but delivers a thrill that absolutely holds up today. It can be a real runner.